Let me say a special good morning to those of you listening to Classic Radio 105.5, 105.9 on the FM dial. Those of you who are viewing us via GBN TV, the various channels, good morning to you also. Those of you via social media platforms, good morning. And how are you this morning? Whether you're via the Facebook page or YouTube channel, what about GBN's webpage? Good morning to you and thanks for being with us this morning. It's Wednesday. Yes, it's Wednesday, folks. The 6th day of March 2024. It's GT with you this morning, your host here on To The Point. It's Government Wednesday here on the program this morning, and I was actually awaiting the Honourable Minister Kerryne James to be with us this morning, but for some reason I haven't seen her arrive as yet, and I was desperately trying to get in contact to find out what was the reason for the delay. So actually it's one of the reasons or the delays for our show starting at this time this morning, so apology for that. But certainly we have to move on, as they would say, the show has to go on. So folks, I'll probably getting to an open line discussion with you this morning, 435-2041. If you do have a contribution to make to this morning, something that is on your mind, you want to state that this morning, feel free to do so. 435-2041. We probably just going to get into an open line discussion, and if for some reason the Honourable Minister do pops in a bit later on, we probably will certainly try to accommodate her. Once again, 435-2041. Good morning to everyone once again. To those of you who are moving around on the nation's roads, good morning. How you doing this morning? Those of you at home, you're listening, getting some chores done. Good morning to you also. Certainly hope all is well with you. Let's entertain our very first caller this morning. Let's go to the phone line. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Yeah, morning, GT. Welcome back.
How are you doing this morning, man?
I missed you for the last couple of days. Anyway, my substantial contribution this morning has to do with Haiti.
Yes.
And if we're not careful, we'll be misled with the narrative that is being fed to us. But the scenario down there is very interesting. In one of the reports, one of the combatants there said something which I think was very significant. He said the government have give us arms to fight each other. Now we are using it to fight against them. The impression that have been given over the years is that the Haitian people are just miserable and they like to fight, they like to do all kinds of stuff. I wouldn't even say the other one that we associate them. But not understanding that the Haitian situation is something that is perpetuated by those who like to continue to benefit from the suffering of the Haitian people. There are criminals who are both inside and outside. I'm not talking necessarily those who are engaged in the violence at the moment, who orchestrate those things, including the acting prime minister, or the whatever you call him, who now cannot return to Haiti. And I think the people have waken up and decided, okay, enough is enough. He went to Kenya to make a deal based on instruction from the United States, who is very much instrumental in the state that Haiti is. And it's unfortunate that governments in the Caribbean seem to have no way of making a contribution independent of the USA and Canada. And it's very pathetic for me because when we had our difficulty here, there are those who rush to allegedly invite Uncle Sam to invade here. And we know we are suffering the effect. You know, this morning, and I want to link it with a conversation that was held earlier this morning with some ex-soldiers. One of the things, and also the earlier conversation, one of the things that we're not paying attention, the first of the contribution guests talk about we need to go back to generations, previous generations, to understand what is happening here. And I agree with him. But we need to also find out what were the policies that were implemented that will cause us in the kind of situation we are. One thing that we don't want to discuss is the American psychological warfare operation that they unleashed on Grenada, which is still having its toll. One of the guests said this morning, when you look into the eyes of the young people, you see blankness. Somebody told me that, a foreigner told me that many years ago that he was worried that when he looked in the face of the Grenadian youth, he saw blankness. There's still blankness, and it's not by surprise. but we are pretending. And then every now and then we run to some religion and to make us feel comfortable. If we're not careful, we will end up like Haiti, because nowhere Uncle Sam have gone, nowhere the American have gone, have been left untouched. Whether it's Dominican Republic, Haiti, Iraq, Afghanistan, Somalia, I mean, it is left in a disorder, and we are seeing the signs of that unfolding ever so often. Unless we wake up and decide that, okay, we will take charge of our own destiny and not allow the power, the great American and their friends to dictate how we live and how we die. Thank you very much, GT. Bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. 435-2041. You also have the option of calling me via WhatsApp, via the same telephone number that I've just mentioned, 435-2041. Open line this morning. Feel free to give me that call. Express your views and concern. As I said, we were expecting the Honourable Minister to be with us this morning. For some reason, I haven't seen her arrive yet. That's the Honourable Kerryne. James should have been with us this morning. And, of course, being it's the government, the day of the week that we do entertain various government departments and so forth, and haven't seen her arrive this yet. So hopefully she probably will pop in sooner or later. Once again, 435-2041. Let me say good morning to those of you via our social media platforms. Once again, those of you via the Facebook page, YouTube channel, good morning. Thanks for being with us this morning. And once again, it's an open line. Let's hear from you this morning, 435-2041. We do have another caller. Let's go to the phone line. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning, GP.
Good morning to you. How are you this morning?
Welcome back. I'm very good.
All right,
I just want to take the opportunity to congratulate the women of Grenada and the women in the world in general for that great celebration, the 8th of March, International Women's Day. At least we have a day we can celebrate, which is very good. Did you know how hard the women work? Not just politically, but as mothers, as sisters, as brothers. We stand as everything. Sometimes it is rough, it is tough, but we shake off and we are a strong person. And we don't always, show a sad face or cry. But, deep inside we have our pain. But I want to say to the women of Grenada, Paris, and Petit Martin, have a blessed and enjoyable day. We are celebrating under the theme Inspire Inspire inclusion. And JP, this is such a profound theme this year to be celebrating under inclusion. It is important that we include our younger ladies for counseling. As the elders, the Bible says we need to counsel the younger ones. So we are glad to be able to counsel them, and as mothers to stand with them in prayer and, support. As women, we just want to move on together. This is a togetherness. This is teamwork, And one of the days when we pull on one another, we are here to hold each other up. You in the whatever field the woman is standing in today, we are here to support in whatever way we can. And I just want to take the opportunity to congratulate them. It's Friday, that is our big day, and we are going to celebrate under the theme Inspire Inclusion. Have a blessed day, JP, and the team and your listeners.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And certainly an enjoying contribution there from you. Certainly International Women's Day will be held on Friday. And certainly, of course, best wishes going out to all the women of the nation. Yeah. And certainly hope whatever activity that comes around that you have to participate, you attend, and certainly, of course, feel good about yourself as a woman. 435-2041. 435-2041. That's a number that you can call to be part of the program this morning. It's an open line here on the program this morning. Feel free to do so. It's usually not an open line on a Wednesday, but under the circumstances, we had to just defer to that under the circumstances. 435-2041. Open line this morning. You also have the opportunity to call me via, or should I, not the opportunity, but the option of calling via the WhatsApp. We do have a call via WhatsApp. Let's go to the WhatsApp caller. Caller, good morning via WhatsApp. What are you doing this morning?
Yeah.
Good morning to you. Caller via WhatsApp. Good morning.
You saying what I'm saying. I want to continue. Hello?
Go right ahead with your contribution, please, caller.
Yeah, I am Grenadian. I'm living in Toronto and I just follow Grenada, right? Now, we had independence celebration last month. And we talk about the greedy and the needy and, they use all this terminology and people who get hand out, some Grenadian.
Not sure what's the issue.
Was feeding one group of people, which was bad. You can't feed one group of people to stay in power. It's not healthy. But my point is, these people who went to school in Cuba and they get educated and they keep voting out the Grenada Revolution as good. They're no different from the ordinary people who used to benefit from the past NNP government, because they're not looking at the bigger perspective that the revolution did a lot of evil things. It's just like how you might meet a person who wants to support.
Seem to be having some connection issues with you there, caller.
The NDC government. Yeah.
Having some connection issues with you there too, caller. I'm not sure why. From time to time, you seem to be dropping out, but continue, please.
Okay. Yeah. The people who benefit from going to school in Cuba, I see them the same way as people who benefit from the former NNP government, and they don't care if the NNP government did good or bad. Once they could get eat food, as we say, they're happy. So those who went to school in Cuba and they educated and they tell you how good the revolution was, they don't care about how many people the revolution had affected. And another thing again too, Grenada was the only country that introduced slavery after slavery was abolished. Hopeville was a slave place in Grenada, and most people what I observe in Grenada, one group of people talking, one group of people writing. We cannot run a country.
Caller, for some reason, we seem to be losing you from time to time. Probably we would have to try to have that conversation the next time because you continue to drop out. 435-2041. Let's take another caller via the WhatsApp. See if this caller will be better than the previous one. Caller, good morning. You're welcome. Via the WhatsApp, good morning to you.
Morning.
Good morning to you. Caller via WhatsApp, good morning.
Yes, I'm there.
Go right ahead, please. Go right ahead, please.
Yes. I want to go back on a news item I heard in regards to how they go about granting, if you want to say, mercy to a prisoner as such on his release. Last week in the news, not last week, this week in the newscast, they had said that a prisoner
seem to me have lost that caller there once again. Let's see if we can. Caller, we're losing you from time to time. I'm not sure we're having connection issues on your end, but it all seems to be well with me here. Go right ahead, please, once again. Let's try that again. Still having that connection issue there with the caller via WhatsApp. Our apology for that. 435-2041. 435-2041. We're moving down to 22 minutes after the 9 o'clock hour this morning here on To The Point. And we have suddenly had to divert to an open line program this morning. We was expecting the Honourable Minister Kerryne James to be with us this morning. But for some reason, we had to divert. I haven't seen her arrive yet. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Telesford. Greetings. How are you?
Doing good, sir. What about you?
Well, I'm happy to hear that. I'm all right by the grace of God, Mr. Telesford. There are so many things to talk about. Let me hustle it up a little, because sometimes I make a lot of blunders when I speak slowly. That's not a me. Long live March 13th, 1979, the closest we've ever been to a total emancipation. Cursed be those who brought it to its demise. Beware the Ides of March as we continue to deceive the people of this here country, Mr. Telesford. so much for that. Until Master Teen come, we'll talk more about it. Mr. Telesford, I have a major problem in this here country. I'll tell you why. You may have heard and understood my gripe. Because of the hypocrisy, Mr. Telesford. Because of the deceit, and I continue to stress on these words, D-H-I-C-U, DICU. I call it a DICU. No, it has nothing to do with Dickon. This is deceit, hypocrisy, injustice, corruption, and untrustworthiness of the leaders of this here country, Mr. Telesford. They continue to bluff us and lie to us. By the way, I better not go too deep in there because I may get lost, Mr. Telesford. Have you managed to find out anything about the Grenada Monarchist League?
No, I haven't. No.
But don't you think, Mr. Telesford, as a very important, well, I'd call it spokesman for the people on public radio, that you should try to make an effort, and your entity as to bring the people of this here country up to date on the existence of this organization? I would like to suggest that you do. I urge you, therefore, to get to your management, and I'm certain the management is listening too, that we try to find out. It's important that we do, because it is evident that these people, the group over there, or 1, 2, or whoever they are, whether they live here or abroad, have very powerful influence on the lives of the people of this here country. They do not want to talk about certain matters. They do not want to talk about the constitution and architecture of this country. So much deceit we've been through for 50 years. And I want to round it up, but there's so many things to talk about. Congratulations to the women of this here country and of the world as they celebrate another International Women's Day. But I have a problem, Mr. Telesford. My problem is that they're making big set in them of the most expensive hotels in the country, and they're celebrating this and celebrating that and launching this and launching that. They don't even understand the meaning of the word launch and its different significance. But the people with disabilities in this country, they don't have any celebrations for them. They don't even have a day for public awareness for them. They do not speak about them. Oh, I told you, there's so many things to talk about. They defy international law, the United Nations Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities, Mr. Telesford. No provisions, but they leave it to business. And the crooks and conmen of the various organizations that present themselves and refuse to domesticate the laws corresponding to the convention, the Global Convention on the Rights of People with Disabilities. This hurts me, Mr. Telesford. This hurts me. So I call the hypocrites within the Ministry of Social Development to do what you have to do. Involve the people and start talking about it. Let's get the list of the people with disabilities in this country. The last census, 2011, showed that there were in excess of 26,000 cases. We're talking of the quarter of the population, of course, in different intensities and capacities. But it's time we start cataloging these people, classifying them, identifying them, and making arrangements for the existence, for the implementation of the laws which international circuit has given these people. It is just about time. I call on the government of Grenada and to warn them once more that they should not continue to weave this tangled web with the deceit that they continue to promulgate in this here country. The time has come. They're intelligent people outside who understand, and I shall continue to challenge you all hypocrites. There's so much more to be said, Mr. Telesford, but do have a nice day, will you?
You too, sir. Have a good morning. Have a good morning. Hey, folks, we drew for a break. Let's take it till we right back. Stay with us. It's To The Point.
The Planning and Development Authority of Grenada, PDA, is enforcing regulations to curb illegal, disorderly, and unauthorized development in several locations throughout the state of Grenada. The authority is concerned that structures mainly associated with vending are negatively impacting the environment, has undesirable public health and sanitation consequences, present obstructions to vehicle and pedestrian traffic, can become projectiles during adverse weather conditions, and generally affect affect the aesthetics of the nation. The PDA will work along with stakeholder ministries and institutions to effect the demolition, removal, and disposal of structures which fall in the category of illegal and disorderly development, commencing January 2024. In this regard, persons who vend in or occupy such illegal structures are advised to secure their personal belongings and have the structures removed ahead of the planned PDA demolition operations. These actions of the PDA have become necessary to safeguard and protect public health and the environment, ensure the safety and well-being of all citizens and visitors, discourage any future disorderly construction, and encourage compliance to regulations pertaining to physical development in the state of Grenada. This is a message from the Planning and Development Authority of Grenada.
Welcome back, listeners. Welcome back, viewers. Those of you of our social media platforms, good morning to you also. Welcome back. Let's take another caller. This time we go back to the WhatsApp. WhatsApp caller, good morning and welcome. Good morning to caller via the WhatsApp. Good morning to you. Guess that caller is not there. Let's go back to the regular phone line. Caller, good morning and welcome.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, well, the thing about it, there is a lot of people with disability in Grenada, and like nobody is studying it. I mean, he had one complaining from me the other day. I go and check him. And what he's stating is that a woman took all his money in the bank. All. Instead of she put the money, she take it for herself. And the man, he need a house. I mean, he needs somewhere to stay. I wish the police could have really investigate that, because somebody had to get themselves in trouble for that. A whole $132,000, you know, she take everything, instead of she put it in the bank, she take it, and when you ask her for the money, she say what the bank book lose. Then she boyfriend talking to the brother and telling him, he tell the girl to let him $40,000 to buy some drugs, and the police take it. I mean, them things shouldn't be going on.
All right, caller. This information of that nature should be reported to the police and get some kind of clarification on it, you know. I think maybe coming and talking about it on the radio may not be the best place for various reasons. You understand? Anyway, good morning to you, caller. 435-2041. I think the police should be contacted when you want to, of course, disperse information of that particular nature. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Yes, GT. I hope you hear me better now.
Much better. Go right ahead, please.
From the WhatsApp. I just want a little insight into some things, and I think if you could make it available so people understand. I heard on the newscast, I think on Monday night, that in regards to the prison, a gentleman came out of prison. He was sentenced for 7 years. 2 months after he come out from prison, he went and he committed a murder on the Las Vegas beach by slaying this American woman and such. Now, he was sentenced for life. That is what they say. Less than, I think the Las Vegas murder, maybe less than 5 or how much years. He is getting a retrial based on what they say, good behavior. He baking in the prison now. He involved in sports club. He involved in all different things. And so they decide to give him a retrial. And it has been said based on the Mercy Committee. I want to know, I hear from the prison authority, how you go about selecting the Mercy Committee for the prison, how they look at if the Mercy Committee is still more than when the court give a sentence, if the Mercy Committee can override those things because they feel somebody might behave good, that these are criteria, or what are the criteria used to release someone? Because you telling me, and these are some of the things where we have crime being committed. Somebody appears to have good behavior, you look at it and you say, release that person. They come out, I'm not saying all will, but they come out, they go back, and they do the same crime. What are the rehabilitation process? How would you really come about knowing that if somebody's whole attitude has been rehabilitated? So if you can ask someone from the prison authority, come on GBN and explain some of those things so people will get a gist of things, and also someone from the legal fraternity that comes and explain both aspects, sentencing, mercy, how you go about doing those things. I'll be very grateful to understand those things.
Thank you, caller. And it's certainly a good recommendation for, of course, a particular guest to be on the program to ask them these particular questions. And certainly we'll try my best to see what we can do in regards to your request. Certainly my best to see what we can do in need of that. 435-2041. You can call that number via the WhatsApp. You can call it also directly, 435-2041. If you have a comment also, you can make a comment via the Facebook page. And certainly I will read it out. There's also the option to make your comment via the WhatsApp also in the comment section. You can do that via the WhatsApp or call 435-2041. That's a number to be part of To The Point this morning, the open line. As I mentioned before, we should have had the Honourable MP with us this morning. That's Kerryne James, but for some reason, of course, I haven't seen her arrived as yet. Let's take another caller this morning. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning.
Yeah, hello.
Good morning to you, sir.
Prison is a place that people, they house people for committing alleged crime, right? And if a man has been put into prison for committing a crime, remember, you put him there to be rehabilitated, right? And when he's inside it, you have people looking at him. And if something like that going on like that, they want to give the man a break. Well, I mean, why we should be saying no? I mean, everybody need another chance in life.
I don't think the caller is actually saying no. If someone is deemed to have been rehabilitated for some reason, they're showing the signs of they have been rehabilitated. But the caller is saying sometimes folks do get the option of being released because of showing they are rehabilitated, or maybe their changes have occurred in their behavior, but they come back out and commit those same crimes again. So he was talking about what are the reasons, what are the whoever sanctioned these releases for these individuals, what's the process they go through to have that done? I think that's the question the comment the individual was actually making.
Okay, then.
Okay. Thank you so much. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's a number if you want to be part of the program this morning. It's an open line this morning. Feel free to give me a call, express your views and concerns. 25 minutes moving out before the top here on Classic Radio, GBN TV, To The Point open line this morning. We're going back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. You're welcome. Good morning to you, caller.
Morning.
Good morning to you, sir. Good morning.
How are you?
Not too bad at all. Go ahead with your contribution, please.
No, listen. All right, I think I called this morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And said that the Israelis and the Palestinians, right? Well, he said he did his research, right? But if that is true, MJ, that's a crime against that's a crime against humanity. You know, he said that when the rain fall, right, in Israel, the Palestinian is not allowed to collect water, to collect the rainwater to use, and America America and other nation is supporting that, and you have other people that will be supporting that. I mean, come on, people. Come on. How can you, in your right sense, support that sort of thing? I mean, now the next thing, Danjay, in Haiti, I mean, why the rest of the Caribbean cannot come together and do something about Haiti? Haiti is in crisis. The people have to be running, to and fro. To and fro every day I mean, you know, I mean, you know, I mean, come on, because listen, because the thing about it is, today's you, tomorrow is me, you know. Sometimes we just never, we just never know. So I'm appealing to the rest of the Caribbean leaders, the rest of the Caribbean leaders to let us come together and do something about it. We can. Where there's a will, there must be a way. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. Thank you for your contribution this morning. 435-2041. Good morning to those of you on the JOB, and you're probably listening to the point. Good morning to you. Don't feel free to always give us a call. You probably have some concerns you may want to speak about. Feel free to do so. 435-2041. That's the number to be part. You could also call directly via the WhatsApp. Also, 435-2041. Open line this morning here on the program. We certainly await your calls. Your contributions this morning are certainly welcome in terms of, there's could be a particular issue in your community that you may want to speak of, and that you may feel, well, this is the opportunity that you could certainly make that contribution this morning. If you feel free to do so. 435-2041. If you want to, of course, send your messages via the WhatsApp, you could do so also. You could also make a comment via the Facebook page. Feel free to do so also. And I will certainly, and I've just really logged into the Facebook page, and I probably will be reading some of the comments shortly, as soon as I get a chance to make a quick brief of them. And certainly I'll throw them out to you this morning. 435-2041. That's the number. Let's go back to the WhatsApp and entertain another caller via the WhatsApp this morning. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning.
Chichi, I don't want to support your caller just mentioned about the water in Palestine. When I used to be more involved in activism, some people from the Middle East did admit that for every gallon of water the Palestinian receive, it's really got 28 gallons. So there's a lot of truth about it. Whether they're preventing them from getting water from the rain, I don't know. But there's apartheid. There's been apartheid in South Africa. in Israel, and they cut down the people, olive tree. They do all kind of stuff to the people, the settlers and them. So it's really bad. And I think I keep reminding people that we have our own Gaza in the Caribbean. Haiti is our Gaza. And we need to really attend to our Gaza. Unfortunately, the Caribbean government have to wait for instruction. I'll just stop here. Thanks.
All right. Thank you once again. Thank you once again for your contribution. 435-2041. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning, and you're welcome. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning to you all.
How are you this morning?
Yeah, good morning. Well, my thing this morning, this war with the Russians and the Ukrainians and the Palestinians and the Israel and them. And we Caribbean here, especially in Grenada here, we are begging and asking people get our black cards and come out on the street and demonstrate for the crisis in Ukraine and in the other countries. But now, this accident will take place in my country on the yacht with the two white people. By the time now they have to come out on the street and demonstrate and protest for the lasting of the life. And let me feel happy to not only calling the program goals of the purpose. Now I mean let me take this street to let we pull out our black cards and demonstrate protest, because that is to life what Gandhi wherever in the ocean. You know, so that is all I have to say this morning.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution. 435-2041. That's the, of course, number to call if you want to be part of the program this morning here on Classic Radio GBN TV. Let me just throw this bit of information out to you this morning. Now, the family of Asha McIntyre, who was brutally killed by a vehicle on the Morris Bishop Highway on March the 6th, 2023, invites relatives, friends, victims of the road accident, joggers, walkers, residents within the Grand Dance and surrounding areas, supporters of the foundation for a road safety, of course, to join us in a candlelight vigil. All are welcome to show up. Solidarity for the foundation and movement for road safety. All right, so folks, you're invited to be part of that coming up for you, and it's on tomorrow. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. Not too bad at all.
You know, I don't really listen to you too often because I don't have the time for something in the garden.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, we have a Bible. We say that we have a Bible, and we believe in that Bible. But it seems to me that we believe in that Bible conveniently when it suits us. Now, wrong and right, good and bad, is not determined by us. There's a standard. God has a standard, okay?
All right.
Today, we have people clamoring and supporting gay, lesbianism, and the whole world, you could say, practically, is for it, right? Governments are allowing it. You could say, they could say what they want, how they feel. Once you go against it, they put in pressure on you, right? Now, this war between Israel and Palestine, I've heard so much comments, regardless of what is going on up there. We, who call ourselves Christians, we have to go back to scriptures to know how this thing all started, right? And what God said about Israel and the land he gave them wasn't conditional. It was never on a condition, right? So something happened up there, whatever was happening before. On the 7th of October, you know what took place up there. Now, the world is crying out, Israel, oh, you're doing this, you're doing that. I'm saying, if you take all these hostages and you're crying out so much about your people is suffering, just release the hostage. Because they keep saying that, release the hostage and the war will stop. But everybody's crying out, oh, Israel this and Israel that and Israel the other. And yet nobody's practically, what do you hear about it, but hardly. There is hostages still held. What Hamas have done in Israel, regardless of what happened, nobody is, crying out for, look, Hamas, release the hostage to prevent the suffering on your people. And, I'm amazed that Christians who know Bible, the kind of things that they are saying, this is not about us. This is about history. Some things will never change, and some things cannot change. And if it changes, we have to stop believing the Bible. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. 435-2041. And I was actually mentioning a while ago pertaining to that candlelight vigil on March and the motorcade that is coming up for Asha McIntyre. And I did mention tomorrow, but it's actually going to be taking place today the 6th of March, folks. And it will take place at the Maurice Bishop Highway. It starts from 5 to 7 p.m. Folks are asked to assemble. They're just close to the Caribbean car park. And that's on the Maurice Bishop Highway. So it's on today. Starts from 5 p.m. to 7. All right, so please take a note of that. Let's entertain another caller via the WhatsApp. Caller via WhatsApp, good morning, you're welcome. So it's on today. Starts from... Caller via WhatsApp, good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Good morning to you.
You're good?
Yes, all is well.
I listen to people speaking about water in Palestine. Israel confiscating water, they can't collect water from the roof and all this kind of thing. So, brother, that is nonsense. Palestine had a government for almost 10 years. Them control the whole of Palestine. They control electricity, water, and everything else on the land. So how Israel could stop them from collecting water from the... You have 2 rivers passing through Palestine, brother. Palestine had their own... You have dam in Palestine. But just to say it's not sufficient, they just buy water from Israel when dry season come or what come. They're buying water from Israel. So nobody can come and tell me that how Israel, if you collect the roof, they're nonsense, they're lie in Palestine. In Kaiku, if you collect water from the roof, they're yours. In Palestine, if you collect water from the roof, they're yours because you have tank and you can collect your water. Where these people will get this height and lie and come up with people, there's a lie, Mr. Emerson.
All right. Thank you so much, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. 435-2041. I think we do have another caller. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning.
Mr. Telesford, sir, I beg your indulgences for a minute or two.
Go right ahead, please, sir.
Now, I want to play this for the Minister of Social Development.
My government has decided to continue the vertical expansion of seed program, which was scheduled to end in December of this year. This therefore means that families will continue to receive the additional $150 per household.
Mr. Telesford, I will never desist from playing this recording every month until the next election comes around. because on the 22nd thereabout of December 2022, well, sometime in December 22, in the sitting of the Parliament presentation, the budget debate, the so-called minister made the statement, promises are to be kept. The prices that increase or began increasing in 2021 have not come down up to now. They have deprived us of $1,800 during the year 2023, and I'm clamoring for it. So much for that, Mr. Telesford. I wish to make a comment about a statement made by a goodly gentleman a while ago, using the Palestinian stroke Israeli issue as a biblical issue and what the Bible said, brother. The incident that took place on the day of the 7th of October 2023, sir, is not what started what had happened in Palestine. Neither, sir, is it the biblical text that you read about there. No. This thing has its history. I want to give you a couple of bibliographical references so you can go do some searching for yourself and learn. Take a look, first of all, at the Balfour Declaration, B-A-L-F-O-U-R, a capital B. Read that, then you would understand. Take a look at the Zionist Project, sir, Z-I-O-N-I-S-T project. Take a look at History of Israel from 48, all right? Take a look at that. Take a look at the 1967 war and the boundaries established from that. Read the history of what is happening there now. Take a look at the United States participation in Great Britain then as it was. Take a look at the splitting up of that region after the First World War, 1914 and onward. Read the history and understand what is happening there. It has nothing to do with the Bible and what the Bible says. As a matter of fact, I want to ask you one little question they can understand where I'm coming from. Why is it that in Israel, that same beautiful, nice place given the handcrafted by the hand of God, I don't know which one of them that would permit what's happening there today, that if you were to say Christ the Messiah, it is considered to be a curse. Read that and understand it before you come talking. But of course, you have your right to make your views. Mr. Telesford, for what is worth, thank you very much, sir. We have a nice day.
Have a good morning once again, sir. Have a good morning. Folks, we drew for a break. Let's take it. Our final break in the program for today. And we come back in our final segment after the break. Stay with us.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it. Eliminate violence.
Coming up, the world's finest cocoa comes from the Caribbean, and the awards are piling up. Caribbean Airlines welcomes you home. Learn more about Republic Bank's Power to Make a Difference program, and regional ties deepen as Barbados networks in Trinidad and Tobago. All this and more on Caribbean Passport TV, right here on this station.
your body, empowering yourselves as women, and ensuring that we do what is best for us. If we don't look after ourselves, we cannot take care of our families and our husbands and our workforce.
It's important to seek what's called a medical wellness checkup, and your family practitioner, your local health center, or even a specialist can guide you through what may be right for you.
Caribbean Medical, right here on this station.
Folks, welcome back to our final segment of To The Point this morning. Don't forget a call for action on road safety put on for you by the Asha McIntyre Foundation. Candlelight Vigil will be on later on this evening, folks. A march and a motorcade. That's for Asha McIntyre. And it starts at 5 p.m. on Morris Bishop Highway. Don't forget to assemble that's close to the Caribbean car park. And be ready for that Candlelight Vigil, march and motorcade. It's on today, folks. And it starts at 5 p.m. All right? So take a note of that. Let's go to the phone line and entertain this caller. I guess we lost that caller. 435-2041. 435-2041. That's a number. You also have the option of calling in via the WhatsApp. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're welcome. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, well, this thing you're talking about Gaza and Israel. You know, people thinking that this place they call Israel is the land of Israel, what the Bible spoke about. But it is not true. Remember, this place was occupied from the Palestinians in 1948. When the American and them defeated Hitler, they brought the Jews and them from Germany and the Palestinian land and build and call it the land of Israel. Is that true, sir?
I'm listening to you, sir. Go ahead with your contribution. Yeah. I'm listening to you.
People using the Bible now to justify the criminal act that Israel is committing against these Palestinian people. They're using the Bible. I wish people could comprehend the Bible more appropriately. Anyhow, all the best.
Thank you so much. 435. We have approximately 5 minutes left on today's program. 435-2041. 435-2041. If you, of course, do have a contribution to make. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, good morning, and you're welcome. Good morning to you, caller. Caller, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
I almost nearly didn't get you, but in any case, I get you. So let me see this. According to what I hear from callers time and time again, to me, everybody just saying what they feel. But as far as I know, what Hamas do, it wasn't barbarian. It's evil and it's wicked. And I talking on my own behalf, how I see it. If you kill my family and hide in underground and take the rest of my family who are in killed and hide them underground, I will do everything possible. I'll flatten Gaza, just what Israel doing to get what is mine. Everybody querying Israel. Nobody is saying nothing about Hamas. You're telling Israel stop, but you won't tell Hamas come out and let go the Israelis. Why you won't do that? This had to change. Let me tell you something, and I think almost everybody knows who's speaking this. This is Grandpa Chain, the Californian speaking. I was speaking to Livingston Nelson one day, personally, and he was in favor at what Hamas doing. He was claiming that Israel have no place.
435-2041 seem to may have lost power there for a wee bit. Not sure or reasons behind that. But it's Classic Radio 105.5 and 105.9 on your dial. Those of you locked on, let me say good morning to you. And thanks for making, of course, Classic Radio your choice. Hey, folks, let's entertain another caller. Caller, good morning. You're welcome. Via the caller via WhatsApp. Good morning.
Hey, JT, good morning again.
Good morning to you. How are you this morning?
Not too bad at all. It's always a pleasure to see you in the morning, guy.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Go right ahead with your contribution. We have just a few more minutes left.
Okay, every time we hear the opposition comes on, all right, we hear from them on different medium. We always hear they talking about the leadership need to come out and say something, or also we hear them are trying to attack the leadership, all right? Okay, I want to say to the opposition this morning, you know what I mean, if they have so much attack about the leadership come out, they are the opposition, they could do something too. You know what I mean, they could come and have a conference, they could give ideas what they want to see. You understand? Because if you realize, MNP was the Minister of Youth, all right? Okay, for a while. And we have to realize the three people that committed the offense or whatever they did came from our constituency. You understand? So I think that she should take the step. You know what I mean? A meeting with the youth, having meeting, you know what I mean? And let us try to find solution and what can we do for the youth. You know what I mean? The convention is expired. They haven't called in a convention. They have a leadership problem within their party. You know what I mean? Nobody don't hear nothing about them and the convention to choose a leader, because the leadership of their party right now is expired because they never have a convention in 2 years. So I calling on them, when they could fix their house, they let us study to fix the other house.
All right, caller. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. Hey, folks, it's 10 a.m. and it's when we, of course, take a wrap for today's program. Thanks to all who contributed to today's program. And, of course, initially our program today, we had scheduled of course, the Honorable Kerryne James should be on our program today representing government side on the program. But for some reason, the other, of course, she was not available to be on the program this morning. So apology for that. So hopefully she reschedules and come next time. So until then, have yourself a great day, folks. Thanks for being with us. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of To The Point. Until then, have a good one, folks. And so we say goodbye. Before I leave, let me just throw this information out once again. Don't forget a call for action on the road safety. It happens later on this evening, just around 5 p.m., I should say. And it's a candlelight vigil together with March and Motorcade. That's on the Morris Bishop Highway. That's for the Asher McIntyre. Certainly hope you all invited to come out and be part of it. All right, folks. Once again, goodbye and best wishes for the rest of the day.